Let's talk about using icebreakers. These are speaking activities that we use with new groups of learners so that they can get to know each other. This is quite important because if learners have a good relationship with each other, this is fundamental to a successful learning environment. It doesn't matter what methodology the teacher uses, it's really important to have good relationships amongst the learners. So icebreakers essentially begin that process of building positive dynamics within the classroom. Let's look at some examples of icebreakers that you could use. Obviously, with each of these, you would tailor them to the skill and level of your learners. Find someone who is quite a common activity to use as an icebreaker. Learners are given a set of criteria that they need to look for, and they walk around the classroom talking to people and seeing if they can find someone who meet the various criteria that they've got. Another activity is 3 truths and a lie. I quite like this one. Basically, you write 4 sentences on the board. 3 of them are true and 1 of them, you've guessed it, is a lie. Learners have to ask you questions to find out which one the lie is, but you don't tell them which one you're lying about. You continue lying and they have to guess what they think are the true sentences and which one is false. And then you can get them to do the same thing in pairs so that they can get to know each other. You could put learners in pairs or groups of 3 and ask them to find 3 things that they have in common with each other. You could, for lower levels, give them some topics that they could start discussing to find out if they have similarities, or you could just let them talk freely until they find some mutual aspects that they share. You could give them a random topic and learners have to discuss it in pairs and discuss their viewpoints on the subject. The mingling game is when you give each learner in the room a different question. The learners have to get up, move around, talk to different people, asking everybody, or as many people as they can, the question on their card. And report back to the class afterwards with the range of answers that they got. Snowball activity is quite popular with teenagers, but with adult groups as well. Everybody writes on a piece of paper 3 things about themselves without writing their name. They then screw up the piece of paper into a kind of snowball. Then they start a little snowball fight in the classroom. So you're throwing around your little snowballs for 20, 30 seconds until the teacher says stop. Then each learner picks up 1 snowball, opens it up and reads the information. And then they have to mingle and try and find the person who has written the statements on their piece of paper. You could give learners jumbled questions. So questions where the words are in the wrong order. So first they have to put the words into the right order and then they ask each other questions. This is usually better for higher levels. Or complete the questions. So you've written out the question with a word or 2 missing and learners have to fill it in and then ask each other questions. Obviously, there are so many more different examples of icebreakers that you could use. If you scan the QR code that's on your screen, you'll be taken to a website that has a whole host more. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching.